Where's the music coming from?
It's coming from the computer.
Put the back camera down. 2 people entered the Zoom room.
How do you know?
It says 6 people in the waiting room.
Okay. Don't speak unless you have to, okay? That's the rule from now on, okay? Is that okay?
I've got to tell you one really important thing.
So quick, speak now before I let them in.
Basically, you can't see the Ruby's shop. The camera is pointing on the back counter, and that camera is pointing on the
Good
back
to know.
counter.
Very good. Thank you.
Honey?
Yeah, 1 second. Adina, if you want to speak, take your earphones out. Adina, if you want to speak, take your earphones out. Please don't use that. Join the link on that phone, okay? You too. Okay. Doesn't matter.
I know how to find it on myself.
لا ولاش المشكلة.
Do you admit more participants?
Yalla, you ready?
No, there should be a way of admitting them. Adina, don't you next to me?
We are now live. That is awesome. Hi. Hi, Matthew and Gabby. Nice to see you again. Oh, they're gone. Hi.
Hi.
Did you get everything home okay? Did you extract?
Wow.
Yeah.
Matthew, how did you enjoy breaking into my house?
It's really fun.
That was good. You usually lock the door, by the way.
I know, it's literally the one day he took the key with him. Very lucky.
I was very shocked actually.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is this nice? You're going to see other students of the class.
Lift it.
All ready to cook.
That's why you do this.
Oh my God.
We're not on. I've not got on video. Yeah, put video on. Oh my God.
Ben, have you got your cooking gloves on?
Hi, Elsa. Hi, Leia.
Hi.
You got your cooking gloves on.
I have got my cooking gloves on. They're rolling up my sleeves.
Fantastic. Adam, sorry I wasn't in when you came to pick up. I was in Birmingham.
I can't see where we are.
Yeah, wait, pretend we can't.
I was in. Adam, sorry I wasn't around when you came to pick it up. I was in Birmingham today.
So just scroll down until you see it.
No, it's probably
but
Come on here, right?
oh there.
Ben, Adam.
Oh, yeah, Adam's just out now. He's going to be back in a minute. But no, thank you anyway. Like, honestly, amazing.
Hey, that's like a
You need it. Turn it slightly.
This is a cooking show for us. I'm basically just watching. I'm just going to watch Ben cook.
Hello, hello, and welcome.
Let's see how
Hello, hello, and welcome to this fantastic and amazing show. I'm going to ask everyone to please, upon entering the room, please mute yourselves if you do not mind. In fact, I'll just quickly mute all participants, and then we can get underway. Okay, so excited to see an incredible amount of people and houses here at this, what is the first ever DIY Shabbat show, and we're so excited. First of all, Adina, do you mind just moving the camera a little bit back, a little bit towards the center? Thank you. We're so excited, first of all, to introduce my lovely and amazing wife. The camera's over there. For those of you that haven't met Adina, welcome. And you'll definitely be hearing and getting to know her tonight. And we're really excited that you're part of it. Great to see you. We're really, really excited, first of all. Sorry, not first of all. Next of all, we're really excited, second of all, to introduce and to welcome our amazing, world famous, at least by now, incredible celebrity chef for tonight. And in case you're wondering why he's a celebrity chef, he's the star of the celebrity DIY Shabbat show. But besides that, would like to come and welcome Chef Ruvain. Chef Ruvain works in Manchester. Do you go by Ruby or Ruvain?
Ruby, Ruben.
Ruby's good. I think we're feeling Ruby tonight.
Chef.
So Chef, yeah, I'll call him Chef for tonight. He's got the knives. So Chef, and I just knocked over his spices. So Chef Ruby is going to give us an amazing an amazing day. Sorry, I'm going to start again. Chef is an amazing demonstration of how to make the most amazing Middle Eastern style Shabbat in just 1 hour, and we're all here to be part of it. So I want to introduce you guys. I want to introduce students from around the UK, from Durham, from Newcastle, from Kiel, from Huddersfield, from Lancaster, from Preston, from Liverpool, from Manchester. I can hear you guys cheering in the background. From Sheffield, we've done Sheffield, from York. And if people are joining along from wherever you are, whether you're in whichever place you are, even from Nottingham and Birmingham, we've got a few, I've heard there's a couple of Jews there as well. So wherever you guys are, great to see you. I'm really excited to have you on this show. Without further ado, I'd like to just mention and hand the stage over just to Ruvain, who's just going to explain what we are cooking tonight. And we'll also get to see Adina, as Ruvain goes about his business. Adina will also show you what you guys all should have in front of you tonight, which is a box full of ingredients. I'm just going to admit a few more people into the Zoom room.
Over now?
Can you hear us?
Okay, good evening, everyone. So I'm Ruben, and tonight I'm going to show you how to cook Shabbos dinner in 1 hour. So we're going to start, because we don't have long, and we're going to start straight away with our first dish.
Before we start, Adina's just going to show what's in the box, okay?
Okay.
So most of you by now. Okay, so most of you by now would have received a box that looks something like this over the course of yesterday and today. And inside you've got everything that you need for this evening. I would suggest unboxing and taking everything out so you have it easily accessible. A bag of vegetables, most of you should have. All of you should have a bag of vegetables. This is the couscous. Inside the foil container is the couscous. This one is the knedel mix. These are the noodles. And you've got a variety, this little one here with the slightly yellow liquid is the oil. And then you've got a few different spices that Ruby's going to take us through as he uses them. And you should also have, hopefully, most of you should have a foil container for cooking the chicken in. And we're really, really excited to get going. And I wanted to just say a quick hello to all familiar faces out in Leeds, Manchester and Liverpool. And a huge welcome to all the new faces that I haven't managed to yet meet. I know Shorty's met a lot of you, and I'm very, very, very excited when I get the opportunity, please God, at least in person or if not virtually, to meet you all myself. And I think it's absolutely incredible. I think definitely in age history, it's the first event we've ever had that has brought so many campuses together. And it's really, really, really exciting. And Shorty and I were just discussing today that is something that really depicts what Shabbat is all about. The idea of unity and the idea of us all coming together to enjoy Friday night dinner together. So to have this opportunity to prepare Shabbat together as well, especially in these times where we can't see each other so easily, it's super exciting. And without further ado, we're going to hand over to Ruby and let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. Okay, so what we're going to start with tonight is with our first dish. It's the chicken soup. We have a pan here. I've got about 3 liter pan. You can use whatever pan you got in stock. Get it on. I use tiny bit of oil just to get my chicken started. Let the pan warm up a bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our carrots. We're going to take their heads off because we don't want to use that, and the tail. And we're going to give them a quick wash. Can anyone hear me? Everyone hear me, yeah? I hope so.
Yeah, one second. I'm just going to...
So just quickly wash the carrot. Like I said, take the head and the tail off. We don't need them. We'll use 2 celery sticks. Now, depends how big your pan is. Obviously, you're going to have to cut them to fit around your pan. I'm going to cut them like that. 1 onion, I cut it in half. And depends on the size of your courgette. Again, head and tail, I'm going to use half of this courgette. When our pan is hot, we're going to add a tiny bit of oil. And then our chicken carcasses. Now your chicken carcasses might come in a different way. Mine is in a bag in here. It doesn't make a difference. It's easier to pull out of the pan later on. Put it at the bottom of the pan. And take all my veg. I'm going to give it a minute. You don't want to brown it. You just want to seal it a bit. So all this flavor from the chicken is going to get out of the pan. And then when you add the water, it's caramelized the bottom of the pan, and all the flavors from the chicken emerge with the soup. So let's see. It should take 1 or 2 minutes, not long. At this stage, I'm going to season the chicken a little bit with some salt. Not too much, just a pinch of salt and a pinch of white pepper. And at that stage, I'm going to take all my vegetables, like I showed you before, and I'm just going to put them in the pan together with the soup. Now with chicken soup, there's a lot of variation how you can make it. Every house get a different way how they make chicken soup. Some people use fresh herbs, some people use dill, parsley, some people don't use it. We're going to use what you got in the box. And now, after it's all in the pan, we're going to add some water. We want to cover the chicken and the vegetable about a finger above the chicken and the vegetable. And at that stage, we're going to cover our pan and we're going to leave our chicken soup to come to the boil. And while we're waiting for the chicken soup, it's a very good time to start with our Canadian mix. Now, the reason we do the Canadian mix now is because the Canadian have to set. The Canadian mix have to set before you can roll it into bowls. So, you each got 1 pack of Canadian. How many eggs did you give them? 1 egg or 2 eggs?
Okay, so disclaimer for tonight. Adina, can you just keep that on the food? Okay, excellent. We're back in the room. Sorry if you guys got a bit confused, or if it was a bit slow. We're going now that we're, I think, both on screen together. I'm going to follow along with all you guys to see exactly how I would do what Ruby's doing so far. So let's take a bit of a recap. Let's stop a second. Adina, in the meantime, can you just show everyone what's in the pot? So I'm just going to get a hold of a knife. And I was supposed to do something with the carrot, but I completely missed it. So
what
Ruby, do you mind just taking us back a step or two?
Yeah, what I've done here, I just sealed my chicken for a few minutes with some oil.
Okay, I can see that. It's in the pot. Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to brown it. I just want to seal it a bit so the chicken bit's going to attach to the bottom of the pan. I season it with salt and pepper.
Okay, I get that.
I've added my vegetables.
Sure.
And I've added the water, which the vegetables are carrots, 2 carrots, celery, onion, courgette.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick view at my chopping board, and let's take the chicken soup a bit slower this time. So let me try and do what Ruby seems to be doing so well, and you guys can follow along. I've got a carrot. Did we have a peeler? Okay, we don't need to peel the carrot. First trick of the day. That's how you make chicken soup in an hour. Can I pop that into your pot, or will you like kill me for ruining your recipe?
As many as you are.
All right. Okay.
The soup.
A little bit of carrots.
A little bit of carrot, a little bit of
celery.
Half of that, probably.
Do I need to rinse it off?
Nice one. There you go. You can even use the leaves on the celery.
Let's rinse it off a bit.
Everything adds more flavor to the soup.
I love that. Well, the chef doesn't know, huh? Okay, let's see if I can do this. When do I get to that cool dicing thing?
Yeah?
Can I try doing it already, or is it not?
You can dice it.
We'll wait for the onions.
We'll wait till the end because we need to add some vegetables anyway.
All right, is there anything else that needs to go in there? Just the onion?
The onion and...
We should all have a beautiful looking onion like this.
We don't need all.
Sorry.
Whilst we're at this stage, we're going to give everyone an opportunity to unmute themselves. So anyone who wants can unmute themselves and ask any questions. Adina, do you mind just holding that a sec? So just recap. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm giving a fuck since the beginning.
Hi, surely.
Go on, yes. Who do we have over there?
It's Gideon.
Oh, hi Gideon, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, how are you?
Where are you from?
I'm not stopping.
Hello.
Hi everyone. Okay.
Wait, can I just ask what have we actually done so far? Because I kind of missed most things.
Okay, so far we've started, great question, Gideon. We started, okay, and for the chicken soup, we chopped up a carrot, a celery, we chopped up an onion, and for those of you that didn't exactly see the way we chop up onion, and guys, I'm guessing you guys can all see what's on the same screen. You take an onion, you top and tail it. I'm just like following Ruby's instructions here that he did to us. How do I get the peel off?
You just stand there like...
It's like a chef way of getting the peel off.
With your fingers like that.
Okay, well, I guess when you're
Right.
putting the whole onion in it like this.
You cut it in half. I think it's
Okay,
better
let's
to cut
cut
in
it.
half just to give it
Shall I go for a
juices
whack?
to come out from the onion.
There you have it. Okay. This chicken soup has now become double the size. And what else do we put inside the chicken soup?
At the moment, we don't put anything else. We just leave it as it is to boil.
Okay, excellent. Fine. Oh, no, we don't put in the actual chicken.
Chicken is already...
Okay, so
Surely.
guys, in your packet, you should have had a chicken soup.
Surely.
Yes, over to Mia. Hi, Mia.
Hi, sorry, me and Tally are just a bit confused. Is the chicken in the pan at this point? Is the chicken in the pan, or is it just the carrots and the courgette?
Sorry, say that again?
Is the chicken in the pot, or is it just the carrots and the courgettes? Because we're very far behind.
Oh, excellent. Fine. So it's what goes into the pot is let's just quickly see on the recipe kit. If you guys have the recipe in front of you, guys take your recipe card. We started with the chicken soup. What goes in is all the ingredients at the moment. The first 5 ingredients. So the soup pack, the 2 carrots, the 2 celery sticks, the white onion and the courgette, and the parsnip. Did you put the parsnip in?
What parsnip? Yeah, you can put parsnips.
Okay, so have you guys got the parsnip as well?
Yeah, if we're cooking it for like 5 people in the house, are we putting all the courgettes and carrots in?
Okay, it's not a science, but yeah, put everything in. Put everything in there. You might need probably about 5 different pots.
No, one big pot is great.
Or one big pot is good, yeah? But you're welcome to split it between you. I think at this stage, as the man in the kitchen, I'm going to hand over to my more than capable wife. Okay? I can hear a collective, I can hear an incredible collective cheer when they say, yeah, amazing, Adina's actually getting in. I can see lots of questions in the meantime.
I wanted to make one disclaimer for the vegans. We haven't forgotten about you. Sorry, am I on screen? The vegans, we haven't forgotten about you. If you're vegan, we have provided in your box a small chicken stock cube, which you're probably familiar with from your vegan years. So instead of the chicken, obviously, when does the vegan cube go in? The chicken stock?
It's going to go together with the veg.
So together with the vegetables, you stick your stock cube in. So any vegans, ignore the bit about the chicken and pop the stock cube in. So I think as of now, everyone should have their vegetables in, their chicken in, covered with water, on the boil, and just leave it in the background. The best secret to good chicken soup, I don't know from when I've made Shabbat, is just to leave it.
At the moment, just to leave it until the chicken cooks, and then we can skim the fat and the dirt off the soup, and then we can season it. It doesn't take long to make chicken soup.
Hi. Okay.
Hello.
Moving forward.
Hello. Hello. Shuli. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. This is a really silly question. Do we put water in the chicken soup like now?
Yeah, so maybe that was a bit of a given, but yeah, you put that together with the chicken soup. I'm just guessing how much water. I would say fill up the entire pot.
Fill up the entire pot, depending on how much soup you want to make, really. Just to cover the chicken and the vegetables.
Tamir, by the way, who I visited last night in Liverpool, when I dropped off his pack, says that it should be a finger level above the chicken and the vegetable. What do you say to that?
That's what I said before.
Oh, well done.
Exactly the same thing.
I was wondering where he got those amazing tips from. Now you know why Ruby's doing the show and not me. So if you guys can see, we've got on this screen over here, which you guys can all see, you can see Ruby's chopping board. Straight ahead, you can see the kitchen. I'm going to scoot.
Okay. So after the next, we're going to start with Canadian mix, which is here. I've already opened it. Now on the Canadian mix packet, it says put 2 eggs.
Okay, this slight disclaimer, everyone. It was really hard to send eggs out all over the country without them cracking. So if you have eggs in your fridge, please don't take them out. I know that some people in need were able to get eggs, and for the vegans that don't use eggs,
the vegans that don't use eggs, they can use the water. They can use water.
So you can just use water. Anyone without
or a tiny bit of oil, water and oil together, going to give it a good mix. Yeah.
How much of each?
Yes, Robert.
How much of each, like water and oil, should we add in place of the egg?
Okay.
That's what the Canadian look like. That's what it's coming. So on this bag, you add 2 eggs. If you want to make less, just use half a bag and then 1 egg. I'm going to use 2 eggs on mine. So we're going to break our egg. A glass. We're going to break our egg.
Those of you that can, whenever I crack my eggs, I check for blood spots. According to halakha, then we don't use any eggs that have a blood spot in. So if you're able to, and if it's something that you want to do, then we do take a glance at our eggs before we use them, just to check that they're completely clear, so it's not to eat any blood. So there's one. Here, look at it.
So we're going to whisk it.
For anyone who's looking behind, this is what the Canadian mix came in, and Ruby poured it into a bowl. And now I'm just watching him.
We're going to check there's no black spots.
And someone asked what to do with the courgette.
The courgette also go in the chicken soup, but what I'll suggest is for the vegans, it's to leave a little bit of courgette and a little bit of the vegetables, so we can use them for the couscous. We're going to make nice couscous with vegetables. So just leave a tiny bit of any veg you got in there for the couscous. We're going to give it a good mix.
Sorry, I've got a question.
Joel has a question. Hi, Joel.
He has no idea what's going on. What? No, I know what's going on. He has absolutely no idea what's going on.
We made the chicken soup, and now
which one is?
I would suggest joining where we're up to, and we'll stay on afterwards to catch you back with anything you've mixed. Okay?
All I want to know is which one is the matzah meal for the knedlers.
Excellent.
So this is the cheat pack. This contains all the ingredients you need for cooking.
All right, perfect.
It's got nuts.
Thank you.
It's got spices in.
Do you want to just update everyone where we're up to now?
I'll start again. So we got this chicken, we got this Canadian mix, and we're going to open it into a bowl, just like that. And on this bag of Canadian mix, we're going to add 1 egg. Not 2, my mistake. 1 egg. Going inside. Let's check for blood spot. No blood spot.
Whilst Ruby's doing that, there was a great question which was asked, which was, some of you guys got a chicken in a whole net. Just pop the whole thing in. The net is made out of, well, it's absolutely fine. You can go inside the chicken soup. That way you actually don't get a little piece of chicken floating around inside. For those of you guys that got chicken, just 2 carcasses in a pack, that's also fine. Pop it in the soup. I know it sounds simple, and the reason is because it is simple. And there's some people, by the way, particular people in Durham and Sheffield, didn't get one of these recipe cards. If you look at the email that was sent out yesterday, there's a whole recipe card over there, so you'll find it over there. If not, you might need to, I guess, trust us. But maybe in a bit, when we have a second, I'll pop the the recipe card onto the chat, okay?
So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to season this tomato mix with a little bit of salt, a little bit of white pepper, not too much, give it a mix. And that now, we just need to sit it and set for about half an hour, 40 minutes. So that's our Canadian mix ready in there. Yes, at the moment, our chicken soup is finished. We're going to move now. Let's check what we're going to move to. We're going to move to make the chicken. The chicken dish is called muskan. Muskan chicken is a very Middle Eastern chicken. It's contained obviously chicken, caramelized onion, garlic, allspice, and salt. Sumac, it's a spice, look like that. It's very lemony, it's very tasty with meat, good for seasoning for salads, very nice spice. One of my favorites.
I have to tell you, we didn't label the spices that we sent out to everyone.
I will show the spices I'm using. So again, this is sumac. We're not going to use it right now. We're going to leave it aside. What we're going to do now, we're going to change the chopping board because I need to cut my chicken a little bit. So just grab a piece of chicken.
Can I just stop 1 sec? 1 sec. Hi everyone. I just want to answer some of the questions that are in the chat. So if you guys are watching from a smartphone, if you swipe over to the first screen, we should be able to see 2 screens which are spotlighted. This screen over here with the chicken. Can you see that? It says online at H, and also this screen over here, which obviously I'm speaking at. What we will do, just in case you can't see both of them or you're not on a phone, we'll pick up everything and put it down, and we'll also try and readjust the camera so that you can see the whole table. But I hope that answers your questions. Just in terms of where we're up to, we've done the chicken soup, we've done the Canadian mix. This should now be set aside. And now whilst the chicken soup is on the boil still, we're making the chicken, I thought it was mushan.
Muskan. You need to have the Israeli accent for it, yeah?
Okay. So I'm gonna go on the side over here, and I'm gonna try and follow along. And I'll have the same questions as you guys.
Okay. So like we said, I'm gonna take my chicken leg. I'm gonna trim it a little bit from this fat because we don't want it. Our chicken needs to be nice and tidy on a plate. So while our chicken is like that, can everyone see it?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I'm going to score very gently with a sharp knife along the chicken.
I've cooked chicken for 9 years. I've never done that. What does that do?
Now the reason that I'm doing that, just good question actually, is for the spices that I'm going to put in now.
Can I show them what you've done?
Yeah.
And look what Ruby's done. I mean, he's entered the waiting room, surely. What Ruby's done is he has made these marks with a knife into the skin, and he just told me that that the spices can properly enter the chicken. So I picked up new tips just now, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what we do now. I sent you a whole bunch of spices, everyone, and I think we're gonna have to smell them to know what's what.
Okay. So our next spice that I want to see here is brown. It's called allspice. I'm sure you're familiar with allspice.
Just show it to that camera.
Got a very nice aroma.
Don't get it mixed up with the brown sugar. It's not, the brown sugar is sweet.
And also you got cumin that is brown.
That's
so
only the vegan stuff.
only the vegan? Okay.
Special present for the vegans.
So what we're going to do with the allspice now, we're just going to sprinkle all over my chicken.
The allspice is the brown one, not the red one. You should have like a brown one and a slightly more red one. So
A pinch of salt.
Allspice and then salt.
Yeah. And a little bit of white pepper.
And then a little bit of white pepper. White pepper, you'll be able to smell right away which one it is.
And what we're going to do now, we're just going to massage our chicken to get all those nice spices in those cracks that I've made.
You can use your hand. You can use your hand. It's the best way to. Looks like the best way to get it in. So you've turned it over and done it on
Turn
the
it
other
over and a little bit on the other side. A bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and again, just give it a good rub.
We give everyone a minute.
So our chicken is nice and coated with our spices.
Can I ask what's supposed to be happening?
So what's happening now? After we season our chicken, we get a hot pan, tiny bit of oil on the bottom of it. Get the oil nice and warm.
Give it a minute to catch us up. Once you've prepared your chicken, we're putting some oil in the pan over here. I'm fascinated because I never do this to my chicken. I plug it in the oven.
Okay, so now we can make new way. We take our chicken, skin side down first. Everyone see? Skin side down. Just
should they wait till the oil's hot?
The oil is nice and hot. The pan is nice and hot.
Yeah, wait till your oil's hot. If your oil's not yet hot, then wait a second.
Okay, whilst everyone's watching that screen very quickly, I just saw a couple of questions on the chat. First of all, what do the vegans do in the meanwhile? Great question. If you put your chicken in your chicken soup, remind yourself you're vegan or vegetarian and take it out, you should have also got a little cube of chicken stock. So make sure that that's in the soup, and that's fine, that's your chicken soup. I know it doesn't make the cut for the medicinal aspect, but it's still great. That's point number one. The second point, which Ben Kershaw asked about where are we up to with the chickens, really simple. If you've got the recipes with you, the chicken you're supposed to take, I'm going to quickly take a quick speed version.
You want me to show you again?
Let me see if I can do it. You told me what to do wrong.
Very well.
So you make a couple of
one more
slices. You use your allspice. Allspice, okay.
Plenty. A little bit of salt and a little bit of white pepper.
Salt. A little bit of white pepper.
And you just give it a nice good rub.
Okay, give it a nice good rub, give it a massage. Okay. And now, once I've done this, I'm going to add this into the pan without really knowing. Steam down. Yeah.
Have we used the sugar yet?
What do you say?
Have we used the sugar yet?
Questions coming.
No, she wants to know, have we used the sugar yet?
We haven't used the brown sugar yet, no. Keep that on the side, okay?
We're going to use it in a minute. We're going to use it in a minute.
Now, in the meantime, the question, what should the vegans do? Do you want to tell the vegans what they should be doing in the meantime, very quickly?
Yes. I'm going to get to the vegan now. So in the meantime, I'll put one onion.
That's the vegan.
Yeah.
So these both all
That's kind of the onion. You want to cut them half. I'm going to do
the allspice one. Is that it?
No,
not all on one side. You need it on both chicken and then both sides. Yeah. Well, but so that's enough. Turn it over here. Oh, you should have sliced that bit as well. I've never done that. I never do that. Is it cutting?
Vegans, I'm guessing you said.
Give it in.
I'm familiar with these. I feel so bad if you're saying vegan. I'm sure you all have names and we love you all. But basically, I guess open it. Should they drain up all the liquid?
You open it and you drain up all the liquid. We don't need the liquid at the moment. What we're going to do is take half an onion and we're just going to.
Disclaimer, this onion is just for the vegans, just to remind everyone. The non-vegans are busy with the chicken in the pan.
It's going to cut it into cubes.
That was very quick cutting, really. That was very quick cutting.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
What spices have gone on to the chicken so far?
So the chicken so far, this is how it looks like in the frying pan,
Yeah, what spices are on it?
Inside down, what spices are on it? The whole spice is here with the salt and pepper. And we're going to do about 4 minutes. So put it inside.
What spices, salt and pepper?
Chicken gets wrapped on the skin. Then we're going to move our chicken into one of our roasting plates. So 4 minutes with the chicken. In the meantime, we were going to move back to the chicken. So we got our onion.
Oh yeah.
One garlic clove. Garlic. We got the clove there. So mine are peeled. You need to peel yours.
Yeah, we have to give them a minute to peel theirs.
Okay.
When we sent out the boxes yesterday, we were debating whether or not we should peel all the garlic to you. And it started speaking a terrible
Where's the garlic on?
Yeah, garlic, but they have a bit of a purple skin on. That you need to take off, right?
I will show you a very good trick how to do garlic. You just take the bottom of it, where the hard bit is. You go like that. You put your knife on top of the garlic, and then you put it down. And then you got a nice garlic clove. Now,
just put it on.
We're just going to chop it.
Salt and pepper?
Yeah, I'm doing salt and pepper.
Well, it's going to be garlic. Can you see?
I'm going to chop it very fine. And leave it with onion.
Come on.
Okay?
Do we need
No. Just put the skin's going to do it. Yeah. Put it on the skin, you the side first, but that's it. Then you get some. You get fat coming out.
Can we have a vote on the group? Who thinks I can?
Quickly,
Oh, yeah, the spices. I have not put the spices in yet.
Go on, guys. What do you think? Right. How many at once? One garlic. You see the way he did that? This is okay. It's not it's one. One at a time. One mark. Get set. Come on, guys. I need your support. Go.
Counting your fingers.
That's not bad. Okay. Now what do I do? I chop it again. Let me show you something here. How to stop your chopping board from sliding. Pick it up. Put it down. That's what that tissue was underneath. Yeah. Now it's less. Oh wow. Okay. So all that is something. Okay. Not half as good as his. Okay. So I'll show you the difference between. That is Ruby's. That is mine. Doesn't cut it. Okay, should we quickly go ahead and see? Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the pot. There you go. There's a few chickens in the pot. It should be nice and brown in the pot. Nice and brown. A lot of people have asked what heat things should be going on. So what happened now? We half-cooked our chicken. Can you mind picking up the pan and showing it to everyone on the screen? Well, Tina, do you want to pick up the pan? The pan is like that. On the big screen. Everybody can see? Our chicken got a nice crust at the top. And on the bottom of it, we're going to put it in the
sorry, did you put oil in the chicken?
This looks like the tiny little oil just to get it started.
Oh, to get it started. Oh, all right.
Get a little oil in the pan. So what we do now, we're going to take our chicken.
And the oil was what came in this little thing, and Ruby put a bit in the pan just to get the chicken going, a little bit in the bottom of the frying pan, and then he added the pieces of chicken. So oil is this stuff. Don't mistake it for orange juice, like has happened in the past. If it's in a cup in the house, it's oil.
Okay, we're going to
go on. Tell them what happened. Tell them what happened.
I think please see what Ruby's doing.
Took that chicken out, put it in the roasting tray, and that chicken go in the oven now. I should mention to you before that you should put your oven on and preheat it for 180 degrees. If you didn't put your oven on, put it on now. Don't put the chicken while your oven is cold. Wait until your oven is hot, and then you put the chicken. My oven is hot. I'm going to put the chicken inside. Yeah. So you open it around, you're going to move the chicken. Like I said, you chop the onion, you chop the garlic.
All the vegans, you can have vegan for this for vegans, okay?
That's for the vegan, yeah. So again, onion cube, we're going to need a little bit of oil in the pan. And okay, yeah, and we're going to add onion first. No garlic, just onion first.
Excuse me, did you cover the chicken when you put it in the oven?
You cover the chicken?
Chicken is in the oven. At the moment, no. Just leave it uncovered.
Okay, thank you.
Now it's uncovered. I will cover it soon, but not at the moment.
So just one comment, because I saw some people ask. The chickpeas is specifically for the vegans. So if you are vegan, you'll have the chickpeas. If not, you won't have the chickpeas. Just in response to Miriam's question about the chicken, the process so far, from what I've understood, is forget about the garlic, forget about the chickpeas. Yeah. We should have the chicken, covered it in the sauces, in the spices, put it in a pan, seared it a little bit, then taking it, put it in one of those pans, or any roasting tray you have, pop it in the oven at what temperature? 180 degrees, okay? By the way, as soon as this is finished, we will send out the videos that you guys, if you haven't managed to do it, you guys can do it afterwards, and you're left with just some raw little chickens in your house.
Right. How long does the chicken go in the oven
Keep the
for?
questions coming. How long to keep in the oven? Don't worry, Ruby will keep you updated. They'll tell you when to stop your chicken soup boiling. They'll tell you when to take the stuff out of the oven. But keep, so don't worry about how long it's in the oven. Just keep your eyes on the chef. I'm going to go before Adina tells me to.
Right, so we got the onion. Again, that's for the vegan of the chicken. We got the onion in the pan. We want to get it nice and soft and golden. So we want to leave it for a few minutes. And now, what I'm going to do now, the pan that we had our chicken in.
Back to the regular.
Back to the
non-vegan.
Yeah, okay. Back to the chicken. The pan that we had our chicken in, we're going to leave the pan on. We want to add another tablespoon of oil, a little bit oil, and the rest of the onion, we're just going to slice very, very fine as you can.
You can do it as quick. Again, this is for the non-vegans. We're making some onions to go with that.
Onion to go with the chicken.
To go with the chicken. So your chicken's in the oven, we're making something to go with the chicken, but they're not vegan. The vegans should also have some onions on the plate now.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to do what? So you want to try this? I'm going to see if I can do that. After onion to start with.
Okay. For those of you that may be a bit less rookie, can you guys see on this screen over here? So just take some slices. You can see the way I'm doing it. I'm just keeping it pivoted. What do you think?
Bit more practice.
So, no, but what do I do once I have? Oh, I should leave them like this.
So what we do, we break the chicken with our hand, the onion with our hand. We want all nice like that. Yeah. This is our onion, and that onion, go with our chicken that's already in the oven. Yeah?
Excellent. Okay, yeah, the chicken's in the oven, Abby. Yeah.
And we're going to use the same pan we use for our chicken, and we're going to add these onions into our pan. And the reason I use this pan, and I don't clean it, I'm going to polish it, because the flavors of the chicken are still there at the bottom of the pan, and they're going to merge with our onion and give it a nice, beautiful flavor. Now, as you see here, we're going back to the vegan dish now.
That's the vegan. Sorry,
confusing you. But this is how it's looked like now, nice and golden. We're now going to add our garlic into it.
So this is just for the vegan. Add the garlic to the onion. Vegan only. I feel like that's my job. Vegan only. Garlic into the onion.
Yes. Now for this dish, we got paprika. Where are we up to? We're
on the vegan and we're making the chickpea dish.
Yeah, that's the chickpea dish. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to jump from one dish to another, but I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
So we got paprika, we got turmeric, which is the yellow spice, and we got our cumin, yeah, which look like the allspice, but it smells different. Yeah, it's full of cumin. Yeah? So those three spices.
Vegans only to add it to what? What are you
adding? We need about a pinch of turmeric into the pan with the onion, about a tablespoon of paprika, and about a tablespoon of cumin. Now we have to be careful in this stage. We don't want to burn those spices. We're just going to open them up and get all the flavors through the onion to our chickpeas.
We show them the pot. 1 second.
I will show you the pot there.
She showed that this is the vegan part.
That's what it looks like.
How much of just looking how much of each slice to the tablespoon of cumin?
A tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of paprika, and a pinch of
and a tablespoon of paprika and a pinch of the turmeric, which is the very yellow slice.
Yeah.
Should we put in half the onion or all of it?
Sorry?
What was the question?
How much onion should we put in?
For the vegan?
For the chicken.
For the chicken.
No, for the vegan. No, it's for the vegan.
Vegan, so put one onion.
Whole onion.
Depends on the size. If it's too big, use half. If it's too small, use two. Depends on the size. Okay. My onions are quite big, so I use one big onion. Yeah. What I'm going to do next, again, we're still in the chicken stage.
Use the main camera. Possible.
We're still in our chickpeas. We're going to add the chicken into the pan.
Chickpeas from the pan.
Go into the pan.
I get it that you guys, but this smells amazing. The vegan stuff.
You want now to go down to a low flame. You don't want to burn it. Very low. Now we got our tomatoes.
This is still vegan, right?
That's still vegan.
Guys, this is still vegan only. So everyone else, you can relax and do the chicken. Just do your onion for the chicken. This is still vegan.
The non-vegan, just check the chicken so that it's not overboiled, not spilling everywhere. I think you should lower the flame down. So with the tomato, I'm just going to cut it on half and then slice it very thin.
If you're wondering why you didn't get a tomato, it means you're not vegan. It was a special present in the vegan box.
Chop it. My nice chopping board here.
If you can't get it as fine as Ruby, don't worry.
As long as it's small and it's not too big, it's fine. So we got a tomato here, and that tomato goes to the pan with our chickpeas.
So the tomato is inside with the chickpeas. So we've got so far what we've got here. We've got the chickpeas, the spices, the onion, the garlic, and just now the tomato. Again, this is vegan. Yeah?
Now what we're going to do now?
On a low flame. Vegan, turn it down to low, don't burn your chickpeas.
We're going to have a little bit of salt in there.
And a bit of salt.
A little salt.
I've never made chickpeas before.
A little bit of
Hello.
And a little bit of white pepper.
Hi. Can I ask a question?
Go on.
What are you cooking right now?
Good, Jim. This is a vegan dish. So I don't think anyone in your house is vegan.
Oh, so yeah, but we were interested in making it anyway. But if not, then we've missed most of it, I think.
Well, you don't have to buy ingredients for it.
Okay.
Only the vegans got chicken. Well, a special present for them.
Okay. And you haven't made the couscous yet?
I think everyone's doing really well.
Yeah, we're going to make couscous.
We haven't made that yet. Do you mind typing in how you made the canoodle mix? Because we missed that.
I'll pop it in the chat.
Thank you very much, Lena. Is that all you made so far? The canoodles, the soup, and the chicken? One sec. Julie?
Yeah?
Can I just check, all you've made so far is the canoodles, the soup, and the chicken?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, can you go to, you'll put the canoodle thing in the chat, all right, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take the liberty just to show everyone the amazing food just cooking in the background. Really, is that okay? Cool. So we have over here some delicious Moroccan spice chickpeas. Let's just show everyone how it looks like. So I can't see the screen. There we go. There you go. There's the Moroccan spice chickpeas. They are so good. I feel like I'm just about to empty them out. Smell even better. There's the chicken soup. See what? It's really hot. There's the chicken soup, which Adina, when picking it up. Oh, there we go. That is amazing chicken soup. Okay, it's really exciting.
What's in it?
And then we have a frying pan full of onions, which are just going to be simmering. Frying, and in the meantime, the rest of the chicken is in the oven. Now, whilst are there any other instructions for us? So while the onion is now there, we're going to chop 2 garlic cloves. Yeah, okay. Just nice and thin and fine. I'm going to try. We got a garlic. So this garlic go in the pan together with the onion. And also, we're going to add now, you all should have brown sugar. So the brown sugar goes in the pan to the onion, and that's going to help it caramelize. Okay, so you got the onions, which are now chopped up. Really bad. I think it's just because you got a better knife. I'll give you my knife. Okay, there we go. Bad work with Blaze's tools, no?
Hi, I'm sorry. Is the sugar for the
coming in the meantime.
Yes, yes.
For the meat? Is the sugar for the meat? For the chicken?
So the brown sugar you would have received in a little container. It smells much sweeter than the other spices, and it's also like it's not a song.
No,
it's sugar. It's
sugar.
like sugar.
It's like the brown sugar.
So it's brown sugar, and Ruby said to add that to the onion.
The onion. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. That blob there is brown sugar.
So it should come in something like this. There we go. There's your little thing with brown sugar over there.
Yeah, but is it for the onions with the meat, or is it for the vegan dish?
We're done with the vegans for tonight, by the way.
No, we got one more thing for the vegan now. Sorry, going back to the vegan. Just half a cup of water, half a glass of water into the chickpeas.
Do you want to show them?
I'm going to show you now. I just added half a glass of water into our chickpeas. And now what we're going to do, we're just going to let it simmer down for about 10 minutes on low flame. And that's our chicken dish. That's the vegan for tonight. And now we're going back to our chicken dish. And we're going to, after we added the brown sugar to our onion, we're going to get a good mix in there. Mix it nicely. We want the brown sugar to get everywhere in the pan and everywhere on the onion. Now you should go over and make it plain now. You don't want to turn this onion, you just want to caramelize it down.
We have a question. Lucy wants to know how many onions should be in the pan for the chicken. So Ruby said like One big onion?
Well, depends on the size of the onions you got. If you got one onion like that,
they all got massive onions.
Massive onion, use the whole onion.
You know, I also learned that like different to baking, you've got to have like an exact amount. But
with cooking, it's come from the heart.
Whatever you feel, you could do a big onion or two small ones. It's not exactly cooking. It's much more like easy tongue, easy flow. It will work, right? And when you said like a tablespoon, and it's a bit less, a bit more, I think we're okay.
So what I suggest, if you all got one onion left, just leave a bit of onion we can use for the couscous. Don't need a lot, just a little of onion from what is up there.
So for the chicken's onions and garlic, what else should be in the pan with the onions and garlic?
Brown sugar.
At
the moment, it's just brown sugar, onion, and garlic.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the phone. Have you guys saw that?
This is linear screen, yeah. So this is how a pan should look like at the moment. We're going to leave it for another 1-2 minutes just to get a bit more caramelized down. Yeah.
So that's it. It's onion, garlic, and brown sugar. That's it. It smells amazing. I hope it smells as good in your houses.
Ruby, can we take a break for a while now whilst things are cooking? Just 1 second.
We'll give it 2 minutes. We'll give it 2 minutes. Oh, Shirley wants me to tell you guys something. So
I'm going to in the background.
You just throw it in the background. I think something we really wanted to share with you. First of all, are there any more questions? Shirley, any questions that need answering right now?
A couple of questions are the Canadian mixture, the pan. We've answered all the questions, I think. Hibbies want to know about the onion, garlic, and brown sugar. We'll tell them tonight after the call.
And also, Gideon, I sent Gideon half the instructions for the Canadian. Can you finish off what I don't know? I just told him to put the sachet into a box.
I'm Dina. I can't hear what you're saying, but I heard my name.
Okay. While everything's simmering. Okay, hi.
Should I hit my bum on screen?
So,
oh my god, is that?
Vegans should have their chickpeas on the flame on a low flame, and everyone else should have their onion, garlic, and brown sugar tossing nicely, like Ruby's doing in the background there, tossing, on like a medium flame, Ruby, or medium to low, and keep mixing it. So I'm just going to give everyone a chance to catch up and to just let their things sort of simmer slowly. And I wanted to share something that Shirley and I had been discussing when we were talking about this DIY Shabbat. And obviously this whole idea was born because of Corona. Really, we want to have you all in our homes and enjoying my food, Shirley's food, Ruby's food. Really, we want to be providing that for you. And really, we had to think, how else could we enjoy Shabbat together during Corona? And Shirley very
So, everyone just waiting for instructions about what to do after searing the chicken.
Oh my God. Who's asking, sorry? Let's just mute everyone.
What was the question?
I'm not sure. They can pop it in the chat just for now.
Pop the question in the chat just for now. We'll get back to you.
So but I have to stop. Actually, it's not my idea. The general concept of DIY Shabbat was actually invented by the previous chaplain in Leeds. Remember, Eli Maximov?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to him. And we actually stole the name as well, because he said that as well. He just gave a chicken out. It wasn't the same, and there wasn't a demo show. So we kind of moved it a notch up. But definitely, if Ellie's watching, or if anyone's there, shout out to Eli Maximov, who's an absolute star of a human being for the idea of this concept. And we're really excited.
That was pre-Corona days.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. The beauty of what we're doing over here.
Dina. Let me ask one more question.
Do you mind popping it in the chat, Gideon? We'll answer you in a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Listen, we were discussing this whole idea that the way to share Shabbat with all of you is to do it this way, to send you out the ingredients and be able to cook together with you. And we realized that so much of Corona has changed the different things that we do. And a lot of things were very passive, I think the word was that we came out. Like, it would come Friday night and everyone would sort of go to Friday night dinner, whether it was Chabad or whether it was Eish. And if you wanted to go to shul, you would and you wanted to pray, you would just roll into shul because it was there. And during Corona,
or chaplaincy, wherever you are, whichever campuses, or so much so all the JSOCs, literally. If we got people there from Durham, people there from Liverpool.
If students wanted a Friday night, they would just sort of come to the JSOCs Friday night. And in Corona, suddenly we've all had to do it ourselves. And it suddenly feels like we have such ownership over it, and it extended to so many different areas where, like, I don't know, if we wanted to, like, pray, you couldn't just go to shul, it had to be yours done at home. And the same thing with Shabbat, like, you couldn't just sort of rock up Friday and be like, we're all passively into Shabbat. Like, if we want to do it, suddenly in Corona, so many things, we had to own it. And that applied to so many areas of our life, and also to our Judaism. Like, we really had to own our Shabbat. And I think the tagline Shorty put up earlier was, unbox it, cook it, own it. And it's super fun. And I tell you also, like, when I started, when we got married, I had to suddenly learn how to cook. Like, the type of satisfaction that I get from starting my own food is incredible. Like, yeah, it's hard work, and yeah, it's not cutting onions and crying. I don't know who here has been crying from the onions tonight. Sometimes that when they're strong, that happens. But it's a tremendously satisfying feeling to own it. And I think during Corona, we've all had to, we were discussing, we'll have to realize, like, what is it that we want to keep in our lives and, like, make an effort. And I think it's incredible there's so many of you here making this effort to cook an entire meal in an hour. It's not easy. I think we're going to have to go back to Ruby in a minute.
I think at the same time, it's beautiful that there's so many organizations that are helping people, Shabbat with their packs and chaplaincy with their packs and all these organizations. But at the same time, it's also equally as rewarding, I feel, for people to be able to make it themselves.
Yeah. And while we're on our little cooking break, I really want to, if they're here on the screen, can they say hi? I want to introduce the H couple in Leeds, Oizer and Leah. If they're here, can we spotlight them? We'd love to introduce you and say hi. It's so nice to have you on here with us. Are you here? I want to unmute yourself.
Yes, we are.
Can you see?
Spotlight here on the screen. Are they here? Can I say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
I know that they would also love to have people in their home right now. This is so frustrating. But the best we can do is get to know each other on the screen. And we'll over to them.
Did you guys get a pack?
Yes.
We did. You know what? We're just watching all of you guys cook. And we're hugely impressed because it does not look easy. And we feel for you, but we're not actually cooking. We'll do the cooking tomorrow.
It's fine. We'll send you the recipe.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Great to see you guys. Let's head back to the kitchen because we did say Shabbat in an hour. It looks like it might be in a bit more than that. But I just want to say a huge welcome. And we're so excited. For those of you guys that managed to pick up your packs today and managed to see the glory of H Leeds, we're really excited for that as well and for all the fantastic work which they are doing in Leeds. We miss you guys. And remember, Leeds is really the central hub for the whole of North. So we really hope that guys from all over England will come and visit us after lockdown days. Let's go back to the kitchen. Ruby, over to you. Have we got something else cooking?
So next, what we got, we're going to take some of our sumac. Everybody see the sumac? It's nice and red. Smell it. Smell very lemony. Very nice flavor of the sumac here. And we're going to have...
Can I smell it?
Yeah, smell it, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
It smells like a cross between salt and sour vinegar and like...
Beautiful. We're going to add some to our onion. Not too much. We just want to sprinkle a tiny bit of our onion. We're going to leave some of this sumac to garnish our chicken later. And with that onion now nearly done.
That spice was sumac. Sumac. S-U-M-A-C. Have you added that, all the sumac in there?
No, we're going to add about half of what I've had.
About half of that. So let me just see. You guys should have got a pack that looks like this. How much of this would you say?
Half of that.
Half of this sumac is over here, Miriam. Can you see it? Half of that, what we have over here. You know, just put the whole thing in.
And we're going to add
half of it.
Tiny bit of water into our onion.
And we're still making the chicken. I think someone just asked a question. We're still making the chicken whilst the onions were on the stove in the background.
Yeah.
If you add the sumac, what else did you add?
I'm just adding some salt into it.
A bit of salt.
Yeah.
Ruby just does stuff and magic happens. But like, when you see him doing that, you might as well tell us.
So now, what we're going to do now, we're going to go back to our chicken in the oven. Take the chicken out of the oven. This is how chicken look like now, yeah? It's nearly done. It's about 5-6 more minutes and this chicken is ready.
Good question. Good question. Someone asked the chicken went in the oven.
Yeah, now we're
what Ruby's just done very quickly is he's taken the chicken out the oven, put it in a pan, and Ruby, do you want to turn around?
I want to show everybody.
Okay, so he's taken the pan of onions and poured it over. Now, there's no water in the pan, is there?
Tiny bit of water. I've added a tiny bit of water, so it's not going to dry out the chicken.
You added some water?
I've added some water to the pan.
Okay, Ruby cheated over there. He added a little bit of water without telling us.
I said, yeah.
Okay, I'm not listening. I'm a really bad student. You added a little bit of water into the pan, and now your chicken should look like that.
And that stage now.
We're gonna
cover our chicken with foil. We're gonna cover our chicken with foil. Yeah, our chicken is covered with foil, and now it's going back to the oven for another 10 minutes. 180, 190. Let's sit down. Back to our chickpeas for the vegan. What I've done before while Shaoli was talking, I've added a little bit of the chicken cube that I've had in here. I've just crumbled it inside to get what it's done is give it a bit more thickness and a bit more richness to this dish. And it's still simmering down here on a low flame. I'll say that about 6-7 minutes. And now,
Can I just see that? Let me just see what's going on there. That should be the chickpeas, and meanwhile, that's the soup.
Chicken soup is still boiling in here. I'm gonna address the chicken soup in a minute. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make the couscous.
You've got this pan.
Yeah, this pan, we're gonna keep using it. It's got loads of flavors in it. What we're gonna do now, we need a little bit of onion.
So is the chicken done? The chicken's back in the oven?
The chicken's back in the oven, another 10 minutes. 10.
So a little bit of water in the pan.
Yeah.
The chicken went out the oven, back into the thing, and now
we're moving.
Simmering still. The soup on there. The pan on the plate, on the fire or not on the fire?
On the fire.
Same pan that you used for the...
Same pan we used for the chicken, the same pan we used for the onion. We're going to use it now for the couscous.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to join along, okay, with you?
You're going to join the couscous in here. So you all got a pack of couscous. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the couscous in a bowl.
So how much couscous? Because most people got a couscous that looks like... Am I saying couscous? Okay. Most people got a couscous that looks like this.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, excellent.
If you got a big bowl, better. Because what happens with couscous, when you add water, it's double in size. So you want the couscous in a bowl that's a bit higher than the couscous itself, yeah? And what we're going to do now, we're going to give the couscous a bit more, we're going to make it a bit more interesting. We don't just want a plain couscous on our Shabbat dinner. We're going to add nice vegetables into it. So
Can you just tell people how much couscous? Because let's say they've got about amount of couscous
so
like that.
Use the pack that you got.
So if you've got a pack like this, you say just make sure it's filled up that much.
Use the pack, yeah. Okay. It's about half a tray in here.
Can you guys see? If you guys are wondering why this screen is so dirty, it's because this fell into the frying pan before. So I'm just going to give it a clean.
While our pan is on, we're going to add a little bit of oil in it here. Yeah. A tiny bit of oil into the pan that we used for our chicken and we used for our onion. We're going to use now for the vegetable for our couscous. We got a little bit of onion in here. I'm going to just chop it. To be honest with you, you can cut it any way you want. You can chop it, you can make julienne like that, strips. We're going to go with julienne strips. Something to nice crunch in your mouth.
We're gonna try and replicate this
in the
background. So we're up to making the couscous.
Yeah.
Go on. I take the chicken.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the thick guy in the background that follows the steps.
You can have your onion there.
Okay, I do this. Am I getting better at this?
Yeah, you're getting much better now, yeah?
And I leave it like it is? I leave it like these little squares, or I chop it up again?
You can cut it like that. Like I said, you can cut it any way you want. There's no really a way of cutting it.
Okay, anyway.
See, that's you like.
See, Ruby, are you from Israel?
I'm Israeli, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear. Ruby is Israeli as it comes. So I think the massive advantage of like listening to the Israeli is he just says, go with the flow. So let's see what we do.
Always.
You take this,
you add it into your pan.
Add it into the pan. The brush.
Yeah.
Nice. And let it, is there oil in the pan?
Oil in the pan.
A little bit of oil in the pan. Add it in the pan. Okay.
For the vegan people, don't forget to stir your chickpeas.
In the meantime, the vegans just stir the chickpeas.
You must taste it. Beautiful. So,
wait a second. Let me try and taste it. One sec.
Let's try and taste it. If you feel that there's need of more salt, more pepper, add it. Don't be scared. Add your salt.
Wow. Wow.
Add your salt, add your pepper. So what we're going to do next now, while our onion is inside, we're going to chop some...
Can I just stop you, Ruby? These chickpeas are amazing. I'm going vegan. Shout out to all the vegans over there. These are the most delicious chickpeas I've ever had. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yum.
So next, we're going to chop some celery. Again, there's no really a way I'm going to go chop.
Let's see what we can do here.
Well, one stick of celery.
Guys, have you seen my speed? I'm catching him up.
Will be enough.
Oh, he's like, he's...
And that celery, we're going to go in our pan with our onion.
Okay, so it's an onion so far, some oil in the pan, and celery. This is for the couscous, right?
Celery. And the next...
Guys, you're welcome to unmute yourself and ask questions, by the way. We love questions.
The next veg I'm going to use is carrot. Again,
by the way, if anyone wants to know, we're going to send out a recording of this to anyone who signed up, so you guys can follow on afterwards. Shout out to Gabby and Matthew there, who are doing a great job. We're going to do a couple more shout outs whilst they go along. You guys look great. Robert, you're doing a great job in Press Switch. How are the Hadaris doing? They're doing well. Great to see you guys. Elisheva, how's it going along in Manchester?
Yeah, it's good.
Excellent, super. Adam, we can't see anything. We can just see the door over there, but we're guessing you're there somewhere. And hello to Manky Hillel. You guys look like you're doing a great job. Shout out to Gideon, Galaxy A10, Oiza and Leah are doing great. Joseph, Joe Gavzi, Tamir Halevi, Dan Grabinar, Michael Wachner. We'll come back for a few more a bit later. In the meantime,
I chop my carrot, only the lot. Those vegetables I'm making now.
Okay, so this is all your leftover vegetables.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like you should still have a few more things which you haven't put in the soup yet. Can I ask you, what happens if they put everything in the soup?
How long do we leave chickpeas to simmer for?
They have to skip this stage or open the fridge and see what vegetables they got in the fridge.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
You can use more or less every vegetable you got. So next one we're gonna put chopped garlic.
Right. I had the same question as Abby. Is the couscous still supposed to look like this, or supposed to be hot water in there?
The couscous, well, that's what the couscous need to look like that at the
moment.
moment.
Have you added hot water yet?
We didn't add anything to the couscous. We didn't season it. This is the next stage.
Should I pop the kettle on?
You can put the kettle on, yeah?
Okay, I'll pop the kettle on in the meantime.
We're going to add the garlic into our vegetable pan.
Okay, let's take...
I'm going to see how my vegetable look like. Yeah? How does it look like now? We're going to give it another minute here.
Okay. Just a disclaimer over here. We're up to the couscous stage. At this stage, we've really made the chicken with the caramelized onions and the chicken soup. We're now to the couscous. What Ruby's basically done is he's taken the onions, the celery, the carrots, all the leftover veg that we gave you in the pack, and he's put that all together in the frying pan, chopped them up small pieces, put them in the frying pan, and this is going to be added later to the couscous. Is that right?
Exactly.
Excellent. Fine.
Well, the couscous is going to get mixed with the vegetables. Then we're going to add water. If you got any celery leaves left, you can also add them into the pan. They give a very nice flavor into this, into the couscous. Give it a nice chop there. Add them into the pan. If you got some parsley, you can add parsley. I'm going to add some parsley into it. I'm going to chop some parsley again. Parsley. I'm going to add the parsley into the pan with the vegetables. Give it a good mix like that. The smell is amazing. The garlic, the onion, the parsley, the celery, amazing flavors, amazing smells.
Can I try to do that? What we did with the parsley?
Of course, take a bit of parsley. While you're cutting the parsley, I'm going to cut a little bit of courgette. I don't need a lot. I just need, we call it whole. Professional language, you just take the wall, the side of the courgette. And the courgette, don't cut it too small because it's intended to disappear when you cook it too long, yeah? So we just need nice cuts of courgette, like that. And again, that's all go in our pan.
So we're doing well. Guys, keep the questions coming. Thanks, Gideon, for the comment. And Gideon basically told me in a very polite way, and I appreciate it, to shut up and let Ruby do the talking.
I think she's right. Right. Now when we got all our vegetables nice and in our pan, nice there.
I'm just going to take this over just to show you guys how the pan is doing. There we go. That looks really good. If you guys have that amount of vegetables, you're doing really well. If they haven't done that, are they okay? Can you tell them not to worry?
We're going to show them now what I'm going to do with the couscous. The next
okay, so this is the main part.
Yeah. So the reason I've called the dirty couscous on this menu, the reason that's why I'm doing the veg. The veg make it dirty, not dirty couscous. Yeah. So what we're going to have now, we're going to have some turmeric. Now turmeric is very.
So just to show everyone, turmeric is this one.
Very healthy.
The yellow powder.
Yellow powder, it's called turmeric. It's very healthy, but it's very staining. If it go anywhere in your house, on your clothes, on your work surface, on the floor, it's stained. Be careful.
So how much turmeric do they put on?
You want to put about 2 pinches of turmeric in this couscous. Depends how much couscous you got. If you all got this size couscous, just put a pinch inside, like that. Pinch of turmeric.
Okay.
It's gonna stain your finger. Yeah.
Don't lick it off.
Next one, it's white pepper. Again, 2 pinches of white pepper. Next one, it's salt. We want to add about half a teaspoon.
Can I ask the question? Can I just? Robert just asked how much the chickpeas simmer for. The chickpeas
are now actually The chickpeas are now done. You want to get to a stage where there's no too much liquid in it. There's just enough liquid. Actually, there's no liquid whatsoever. But look at the state of that.
Oh, wow.
This is absolutely amazing. You switch them off now. If you like it with sauce, add a little bit of more water and let the water just, go into the sauce, into the existing sauce, and it's going to be beautiful. It is beautiful. So the chickpeas are done. We're going to sort them out in a minute.
Fine. So right now, do we have any hot water? We boiled any hot water?
I show you.
Guys, pop the kettle on if you haven't boiled hot water yet. Yeah. I'm going to try and find the kettle in the house.
So what I'm going to do next? So I've got my turmeric, I've got my white pepper, I've got my salt. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. We don't need too much, about a pinch, and a pinch of cumin. Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make. I'm going to take some oil. Yeah. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil in there. And with my fork, I'm just going to mix it all together. Mix together. Let all these beautiful spices go into the couscous. Now I know the couscous is not cooked, but at that stage, I like to taste it to see what I'm missing. It's not pleasant. It's hard in your mouth, but I can see that I need a bit more salt in there. I'm going to have a bit more salt in there. Always very important to taste. And what I'm going to do next, so this is my vegetables after they've been cooked there. My vegetables now nice and cooked. I'm going to add them into my couscous, like that. I'm going to add them to the couscous. All out, sorry, my pan is in the wrong way. The vegetables in the couscous. And we're going to mix it all inside.
So how much? Oh, you haven't added any hot water yet?
No hot water yet.
Guys, the couscous hasn't had, there's been no hot water added to the couscous yet.
No, not yet. I will show you exactly. Now, to be honest with you, this couscous is ready. You can cook it with hot water, you can cook it with cold water. It doesn't make a difference because what this couscous does, it just absorbs the water and then it's basically cooked. It's like pasta, the same idea. So if you want to eat it now, you can put hot water in it. If you want to eat it tomorrow, you can put cold water in it and then tomorrow reheat it or heat it again. Rather than cook it, cool it down and reheat it, just cook it once. So again, all my vegetables are nice and mixed in here. Now at that stage, you need to prepare either a lid to your bowl, or you need the side. And
so when shall they add the hot water to that?
The hot water is coming next.
Okay, okay. Can I ask, for all those people who didn't leave the vegetables out of the soup, can they just take some vegetables out of the soup?
Of course, definitely. Take vegetables, they're full of flavor. Take some vegetables, chop them up. You don't need to cook them in a pan because they're already cooked. Just add them to the couscous. Add them to the couscous with the vegetables and everything. And now what we're going to do, we're going to wait for the water to boil. Actually, I'm not going to use boiling water. I'm going to use cold water. Well, I'm going to use hot water. So what you need, can everybody hear me? In your bowl, make sure your couscous is flat as possible. Yeah? Flat as possible, because when you put the water, you need about half a finger or quarter of a finger of water above your couscous. And this is going to make the couscous come out perfect.
Can you just explain very quickly? The couscous hasn't been heated up yet.
The couscous not
only the other spices and stuff.
Only the vegetables.
Other vegetables.
Again, if you don't have any vegetables left, you can take some vegetables out of the soup, chop them down, add them to the couscous. So in this stage now, my couscous look like that. It's not been cooked yet. There's no water in it. It just seasoned, and I've got the vegetables inside.
And the chicken's still in the oven, right?
Yeah, the chicken's still in the oven.
That was for you, Abby.
In a minute. Like I said before, make sure your couscous is flat in the bowl or in the pan, wherever you put it. So when you add the water, you get the measurement. So I'm going to add the water now.
Okay, guys, how much water?
More, I'll tell you when to stop. You put water.
It's a very fancy kitchen.
You have to do the water very quickly.
There's kettle water that comes straight from the pan.
So what I've done, I put about top of my finger of water above the couscous.
Yes, I'm going to try to do that to my couscous.
You have to do it very quickly, otherwise the couscous expand, and you're going to add about too much water. So now I'm covering it, and to be honest, that's my couscous.
Can I? For those of us that don't have as fancy couscous as you.
Okay.
So let's say this is my couscous over here. If you guys just see, so if I just do it like this. Is that the right amount?
Yeah, add water. It's not the right amount.
So literally, my couscous, all it has in it is a little bit of turmeric.
And
mix it about.
Cover it quickly because that's nearly done.
This is the rookie version of Ruben's amazing stuff.
No, look, you have to cover the couscous quickly. So the hot water not going to escape.
Oh,
yeah? Okay. And that's what basically.
So find any covering in your house, any container.
Not that.
Whilst Ruby's doing this, I think we've done almost all of Shabbat now.
Yes, actually, we just need to
wow, incredible. You guys are doing really well. And whilst we're doing this, and Ruby's kind of like fixing stuff up and getting stuff ready, I just want to shout out. I just want to say
after him.
I just want to say a huge thank you for everyone for joining on to this stage so far. Your chicken's in the oven, your chicken soup's on the boil, and this stage is stuff getting ready already.
Stuff getting ready.
It's getting super. This is so exciting.
We're going to check everything like
whilst we're doing this, I just want to mention a couple of things because Adina mentioned the entire point of like unity and the fact that we're all doing Shabbat together. And I think there's something even like equally as special, which is the idea that like we were thinking as people who like spend our time. You can add. You don't need to add. By the way, just quick answer to answer Abby's question. If you're not eating the couscous now, just don't add water now at all.
No, if you don't eat the couscous now, don't use boiling water.
Don't use boiling water
from
add cold water. Okay, interesting.
Cold water, it's going to do the same. It's going to do the same thing.
Excellent.
And then tomorrow you can just cook it. You can put it on the hot plate, or you can put it in the oven, or you can put it in the microwave just before Shabbat. It's
incredible,
amazing.
So just very quickly, I really like to shout out to all our amazing friends out there, and I just want to say that we were thinking, how do we recreate Shabbat in lockdown? Obviously, there's no way you can do that because everyone's so far apart, and Shabbat, like the idea of Shabbat dinner, just can't be done. Can't be done when you're by yourself or if you're remotely. And we figured that really every single Thursday night in my house and in houses across the Jewish world, Jewish people get together and they do really what's the central part of Shabbat, because it's bringing Shabbat into your week. It's making your entire week. The word which I love using for this, which I nicked from Rabbi Farhi, is you Shabbatify your week. And I think on Thursday night, what we're all doing with Making Shabbat here, together with you guys on this amazing Thursday night, is really we're Shabbatifying our week. We're taking this little essence of Shabbat, and with 70 plus people, 80 people across the country. Some of the people in Sheffield have got CST. They're joining tomorrow. A couple of people were sending the video afterwards. About 70 people will receive these packs. There's plenty more that are joining along. We're making our entire week of the Shabbat, and we're recreating that incredible feeling, which is so exciting. And whilst we're doing that very quickly, whilst you guys are going ahead and doing that, I've got if you look on the website, on Facebook, on Instagram, you'll see there's this sign, which says, I don't know if you see it backwards like I do, but it says upload a photo of your DIY Shabbat to your Instagram story whilst you're cooking it and tag Surely Strom underscore H. And by doing this, you'll be entering the DIY, the hashtag DIY. You can put hashtag DIY Shabbat if you want. Whilst you're doing that, you'll be entering this amazing competition to win 40 pounds to your local kosher restaurant for you to spend. Ruby, we'll just eat your food. What do you do?
Can I take back over? Can I over?
Okay, back over to
now. Let's move our camera over here.
Okay, excellent.
This is my talented sous chef. Yeah. So at that stage, we nearly finished the hour. Yeah, we want to check our chicken soup.
1 second. I'm just going to
remove
the spotlight.
I'm going to bring it over here.
It's okay. I'm going to remove the spotlight. Everyone can see this camera now. There you go.
Okay. So our chicken soup smells amazing. I didn't put anything in it, just vegetables and chicken. The smell is absolutely amazing. We want to take as much fat and dirt that come off the chicken out as possible. In that case, to be honest with you, I don't have as much in my pan. They just show you that the chicken is nice and fresh. If the chicken is not nice and fresh, you're going to get a lot of dirt in your pan. When I say dirt, it's like foam that come out from the chicken. So I don't have much in there. I'm happy. That stage, I'm going to add my seasoning. So 1 cube of this chicken stock, I'm going to crumble it inside. Now, it depends on the size of your pan and how much water you put in, yeah? This is how much seasoning you need to put. I'm seasoning my size, which is about 3 liters, 2 liters of water there. So 1 cube of chicken soup, chicken powder, about half a teaspoon of white pepper, yeah, and a pinch, 2 pinches of salt. Not too much because the chicken cube is already salty.
Can you just go through those ingredients one more time?
Yes, I've just. So chicken cube, depends on the size of your pan and how much chicken you make. I used 1 1/4 of them, yeah. About half a teaspoon of white pepper and about half a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to put too much salt.
Not everyone got the chicken stock, by the way.
Not everybody got a chicken stock, so you can just put salt. Just add salt. What you need to remember is when you make soup or you make food in general, yeah, if you put too much seasoning, too much salt, you can't repair it. You can't take the salt back. If you put less salt, you can always add and correct flavors later. So now we're going to go and put it back on our flame.
Can I just mention, not everyone got the cube stock. Do you need it?
It's nice. It's an extra for the soup.
It's an extra. Not everyone got it, so if you don't have it, it's fine.
It's basically it's stock. That's what it is. It's stock.
Excellent.
So now, while the chicken is going back to the boil, we're going to bring it back to the boil. Get your flame up. We're going to make a knedel.
We're back on there. Okay. Yeah. So you have your knedel mix, which has been standing on the side. Yeah. I love making knedels.
You can make it.
Okay, amazing. These are the matzables. This is the most amazing part.
Another trick. You want your hand to be damp. Otherwise, it's going to stick to your hand. You want your hand to be damp, and what you do, you just form a nice size bowl. Everybody see? Obviously, the smaller you make it.
What do you think? Can you guys rate my matzo ball? How good is that?
Beautiful. See?
Amazing, guys. I want to see. This is the point where you hashtag it. Gabby and Matt, I want to see you guys making a matzo ball that looks like that. Look at that, incredible. Can you make it 2 at a time?
I've got a question.
Sure, guys, you can unmute yourself, ask questions whenever you want.
You know the other chicken, is that meant to be in the soup right now?
Say it again, sorry.
So you know the other, we got given 2 chickens.
Yeah.
So one of them we've already put in the oven. The other one, is that meant to be in the soup right now?
Yeah. No. There was 2 packets. There was the chicken soup pack, which is labeled chicken soup pack. That goes, it might be a giveaway, but it goes in the chicken soup.
Yeah, wait, I've not put it in. Is that
okay, so put it in. You might need to just keep it on the flame for a bit longer.
Do I not cook it?
You can leave it on for as long as you want. My chicken at home goes on.
You can go on for 24
goes
hours.
on for 24 hours sometimes.
What's happening when you do it for 24 hours? It just slowly cooks. And all the night
I'll just put that in.
Come out. So
amazing. Just to mention to everyone out there, just to have a shout out to a couple of I can see Charlie Hillman all the way from Manchester, Cameron from Kiel. Say hi. Shout out to Manky Hillel, to Naomi, Sam, Hershey, who are having a great time there. Guys, you're welcome to turn on your cameras and share your microphones. Ask any questions. We're really at the end, coming towards the end of the night.
Yeah, we added, before we ending, we added Canadian to the soup. Now we're going to have, well, you all got a very big pack of noodles in there. Pasta, chicken soup loction, they call. I took about
a handful.
A handful, depends on the size of the hand. My hand is quite big. And a handful going into our soup. Give it a good stir. You want this pasta very gently to go inside the soup. Now what I'm going to do now, sorry, I misled you a bit. I'm going to take my vegetables out.
Out of the chicken soup?
I'm going to take my vegetables.
Is this making this complicated?
No, it's very simple because...
Are you sure?
Yeah, because very simple because I want the pasta to cook and I want it to expand.
Okay.
The pasta is quite full.
Well, what do you suggest people do at this stage? Should we keep it simple for them?
Simple, I mean, again, depends on the size of your pan. I'm just going to take the big vegetables out.
Okay. Just if you want this, I'm going to say this part is optional because I can see people that are getting very confused. Okay. At this point, Ruby's just added this stuff, the pasta, into the chicken soup. And yeah, that seems to be where we're at so far. You can see, he took out the vegetables in order not to confuse the soup too much.
I'm not going to confuse you. I took the vegetable out because they're quite big. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add them back inside in a minute. But I want to chop them down.
Whilst they're boiling hot?
Yeah, we got a spatula.
One second, let's just put this on.
So we're just going to... You're just going to chop them down while they're very... Well, you can wait until they cool down.
Okay, amazing. Guys, very quickly, just a couple of public service announcements in the meantime. If you have questions, you're welcome to shout them out. It's great to see. I'm going to ask Amelia, Ruth, and a couple of other people to unmute and just to say to everyone where you're...
Can I quickly ask a question, or are you
yeah, there's plenty of time for questions.
About the Canadian mix, I missed that. How did you make the mix? Is it just mixed with water, the mix, or how did you make it? How did you make the original mix? How did you make the original mix before you cooked the Canadians in the soup?
So on the packet we sent you,
yeah.
Small packet, yeah.
Yeah, add 1 egg.
For 1 egg.
1 egg, salt.
1 egg per packet, salt and pepper. Okay.
The silver packet you got, the silver pouch with the Canadian mix, you break 1 egg into it, you put a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper.
And then you just rub it, and then you just make the mixture.
Just to show the...
And then drop it in the soup. Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
And also, surely one more. The loction, all we had to do was pour that into the soup raw.
Yes.
And let that cook towards the end of the cooking process.
Yeah, pour it towards the end of the cooking process. Should we do a quick show of all the food so far? And guys, wherever you are, the show is now coming to an end. It's already past 9 o'clock. So just a very quick. Can I take the chicken out of the oven to show everyone how it looks?
You're not the sort of guy who needs the challenge. You're a deep boy. You're a deep boy.
The food tastes delicious. I know a lot of people have already we've already made everything at this stage. Here's your chicken. We're going to
Amazing. It looks
Yeah, my kids are fucking.
Should we take the chicken out the oven?
The chicken can now come out.
This tip, the one that my movie smells incredible.
I'm going to show you very quickly how I'm going to serve it now.
Okay, guys, this is where the competition happens. And by the way, we will announce the winner of the hashtag DIY Shabbat, where you tag yourself on SHAULY. It's on the chat. SHAULY underscore AISH. And if you do that, you add that tag us on your picture, hashtag it DIY Shabbat, and a couple of incredible judges, namely Adina, Ruby, will have a look at them. We'll choose the best looking Shabbos dinner, and very shortly a 20 delivery voucher will be on the way to you.
Yeah, Tom, delivery voucher's not happening.
What's happening?
We're not going to be able to take a picture of it.
There you go. Can you guys see?
Whatever.
Guys, you're all welcome to unmute yourself, but check out what's happening over here.
Can I ask another question?
Sure. Everyone's welcome to.
In regards to the couscous, when you added the vegetables to the raw couscous, and then did you put hot water to a quarter of a finger above the couscous surface?
Okay, so like I said, if you eat it tonight,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I make it tomorrow, I mean.
So put cold water on the top. It's the same. Just make sure your vegetables are cooked.
But to cook it, you use cold water or hot water?
Yeah, you can use either water.
Oh, either. But if you want the dish hot, then hot water.
Yeah, either water you can use.
And it's a quarter. How long do you leave it in the water to cook?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. And then it absorbs the water, and then you just mix it around.
Have a look at what Ruby's doing here. What did you sprinkle on?
Just sprinkle this.
Guys, if you want to win this voucher, check out what your plate should look like. You've got some couscous underneath, a little tower of chicken, topped with caramelized onions on top. How incredible does this look? And you guys will all be able to have done this yourself. So, I don't know about you, but this looks absolutely incredible. If anyone is worried about catching up, we'll send out by email a Zoom link of the entire video for you guys to download. So don't worry about that. You guys can watch it in your spare time.
And I hope you learn. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure doing it. I hope it was
that was the best one. That was the best one.
Okay.
I'll know when the chicken's ready.
God, he's actually.
We're just going to very quickly show the vegan option. The vegans have got to.
Oh no!
A little of couscous in the middle of the plate. And a little bit of
Okay, just one more little announcement whilst we're doing this. We're really excited that So
we got our chickpeas and our.
I'm taking photos. I think I want to win. I think Ruby can do it.
I love this. I love this sumac. They just lift the dish.
The sumac that Ruby's sprinkling on the top is the little dark red spice that is in the little container that we sent out.
Okay, I think this is it, guys. This is now for the showdown. Are we also going to have the chicken soup? Okay, we're unladling the chicken soup. I think.
Everyone else should leave that.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you're welcome to leave it on. I think Shabbat in an hour and a half. is just as good, considering it took a bit of time for us to get started. We really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We're just going to finish off with Ruby showing us the chicken soup. Please, God, next beginning of next term, we'll do the second DIY Shabbat. We're marking the first week of February as the week. But look at that. Look at that chicken soup. Okay, I'm desperate to try some of this. This looks incredible. Guys,
if you want to turn on your cameras,
turn on your cameras. We'd love to see what you guys. I'm going to remove the spotlight.
No pressure. I could never have done this so quickly. I know. I normally spend my whole Friday cooking Shabbat, so no pressure. This is a very quick Shabbat. This is incredible, Ruby. This smells amazing.
So you're welcome to yeah, I'd love to try some. Guys, can we see a picture of some of your dishes? Don't worry if you're behind. The competition is not going to be finalized now. Hi, Alicia. Nice to see you. Don't worry. Hello.
Hello. I've had a helper.
Amazing.
Good for you. Who's helping you?
Yeah.
I love that.
We're doing well, but we didn't put the chicken in when we were supposed to. So
don't worry. There's no rush. There's no rush.
There's no rush. If you have any questions, just pop it in the chat. So, is your chicken still in the oven?
No, we just took that out.
Amazing. So guys, put in the chat, hashtag DIY Shabbat, and we'd really like to. This stuff is amazing.
It's delicious.
Wow.
I feel like on the Bake Off, we get to taste on screen.
It was amazing. It's got there's no soggy bottoms either. It's incredible. Guys, this is literally the winning recipes you'll ever get. Just a quick shout out to Michal, all the way from Kiel. I'd love to see what's going on. Abby, it looks like you followed the instructions meticulously. So.
I don't have much to show, to be honest. I felt it behind with the.
No worries. By the way, it doesn't need to look as incredible as this food over here.
Don't worry, Michal.
But it's.
This is delicious. I feel like I'm not even talking now.
I mean, I'm gonna wait with the couscous till tomorrow.
Good idea. Excellent idea.
And the soup is still cooking because we have
just
the oven here.
You guys are welcome to stay on whilst we eat the food. A big thank you to Adina. A massive thank you to Ruby. You'll be thanking us if it's you who Ruby chooses as a special. There's no rush. The winner will be announced before Shabbat though. So get yourself tagging. Yeah, you can leave. Yeah, you can leave everything out. A big thank you everyone for joining. This has been so much fun. Best fun during lockdown.
One more question. Gideon asked if he can leave the staged chicken in the fridge overnight.
You need to cool it down.
And cook it more tomorrow. He seals it.
No. You have to fully cook the chicken. Don't let it. Chicken have to be fully cooked. Cool it down and put it in the fridge.
Okay.
This chicken is going to be made again tomorrow.
So Gideon, pop your chicken in the oven now, cook it, and then you can reheat it again before Shabbat. Yeah. And then you can cool down after that and pop it in the fridge, and then heat it up again before Shabbos. But do the whole cooking process now.
You do all the cooking process. Make sure the chicken is fully cooked. Cool it down, and then you can reheat it tomorrow easily. Just add a bit of liquid so it's not dry.
Sorry.
Me?
Guys, you're welcome to stay on whilst we tidy up.
We have a question.
Sure.
Go on.
How do we know when the chicken's actually cooked?
How many?
How do we know when it's cooked?
Right. Because we put it on a frying pan, we already done half of the work for the chicken. So this chicken needs about 10 to 15 minutes on a hot oven to be cooked. Yeah, and if you want to make sure that this chicken is cooked, you just open up a little bit with a knife and check inside that it's not pink. If it's not pink, it's cooked. Now, because this is chicken leg, is intended to be dark and pink, you need to make sure that you open it not next to the bone. And then you can check that it's nice and cooked inside. And if it's not cooked, just pop it in the oven a bit longer. It should take about 10 to 15 minutes after we pan fried it for 5 minutes.
By the way, the chicken soup is wonderful.
Yeah,
the other way,
I think we just remind everyone. I think most people should keep their chicken soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone keep your chicken soup on for a good few hours. And actually, I keep my chicken soup on over the whole of Thursday night on a low flame. And if that's the safest
Very low flame. You can put it on the hot plate as well. Just.
Surely.
Yes.
What? Can we put the Canadian mix in the fridge till tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Everything that we got in here can be reheated again and can be eaten tomorrow.
I found it.
Amazing.
Try it.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see the results tomorrow. I can't wait.
What are they going to do? Put it on
I can't wait. And guys, don't feel like that you can't share whatever it is. It doesn't need to look as amazing. Ruby's awesome, but it can look absolutely fine. I'm sure it matters how it tastes as well. I'm sure it's delicious wherever you are, and we can't wait to get involved.
I missed that. When are you supposed to be posting the pictures? On
We're posting the pictures on your Instagram, on your feed, on your story. Hashtag DIY Shabbat or yes, and then tag Chef Ruben. And if you want to make sure you're in the competition, make sure to tag Surely Strom, SHAULY Strom _Aish, and you will hopefully be chosen to be the winning competitor. Just other news out there, we really hope to be launching really soon for all universities across the UK, across the north of England, everyone that's joined tonight. We really hope to be launching inter-university quiz challenge called Juniversity. So guys, just pop in the chat if that's something which you're up to. This will be a whole tournament which will take place starting in the winter break, going over into the next term with a grand finale. And there's also an encounter session on Tuesday night.
It's competing universities against each other. So it's a proper game off between the different unis. And see, may the best man win and may the best man be the last one standing. The soup is amazing. We added one of the stock cubes to the soup. That's why this one's already ready. But for the rest of you who are doing the genuine, legitimate chicken soup, like leave your soup on the flame for a good few hours. Even if you want to leave it on a very low flame overnight and it'll wake up smelling delicious tomorrow morning. But if you do that, make sure there's enough.
Beautiful. Okay, guys, you're welcome to stay on whilst we tidy up.
Thank you very much, Shirley.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you guys. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. You're welcome to log on, ask any questions. We're going to eat in the meanwhile.
Ruby, do you answer?
Thank you. Thanks so much for the cooking.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you.
Are there any vegans on screen still?
Yeah. Well, thinking about it.
That your stuff worked out as well. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Robert.
Robert.
How's your food coming along?
Yeah.
How did your vegan dish work out?
The chickpeas are amazing.
They are, aren't they? They're unbelievable. I never knew how to make chicken.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a secret. Last night. Sorry, say that again.
I didn't say anything. I was just saying that.
Last night, I had all these spices in the house, and I had couscous. And I tried making the couscous dish with the spices. And Dina came home and she was like, "What on earth is this smell?" She came in from Kiel, by the way. Shout out to Cameron over there. She was like, "What is this smell?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got hungry." And I finally realized this is actually how you make the food. It is delicious.
Wow.
I absolutely can't wait. Abby, how is your food coming along? I have to say, this is definitely the most fun since lockdown started, without a question. And just over to Joseph. Oh, hi, Abby. How are you? How did your food come along?
It's okay. This is, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, wow, that's a big pot. Are you home now? Are you in uni?
No, I'm at uni.
Wow.
And I just took the chicken out.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Incredible. I'm sure everyone will really enjoy it. Wow. Make sure to send a photo in. It looks incredible.
Hello.
Oh, wow. Well done. And thanks for your questions. They clarified things for everyone. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I think we are now going to say over now. So you guys are welcome to stay on screen with each other. Yeah, sure. Cameron, you had a question? Or Alicia, someone had a question?
Yeah, did you say my name before?
Say that again, sorry.
Did you ask how my cooking's going before? I thought I heard that.
I didn't hear that. Sorry, say that again. I didn't hear the question. Just pop these earphones on. Cameron, do you want to ask the question one more time?
Yes, I was just saying, did you say my name before? I thought you said Cameron.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to know how it's going. How's it going in Kiel? I said that Adina came back from Kiel last night whilst I got a bit hungry.
It's going okay. Got the soup going, but we'll have to catch up with the chicken tomorrow.
Okay, super. Well, don't worry, we'll send out the link for everyone to join. Alicia and sous chef, how's it going in Liverpool?
More like head chef.
Head chef.
Really good. Let me show you. Right, how do I do this? I'm on the iPad, so just take that.
Where are you going to put the hash? Let me interrupt.
That looks really good.
The soup.
Oh wow.
Ruby.
That's incredible. Ruby, you should watch what's going on there.
And then my chicken.
This stuff looks amazing.
Chicken.
So incredible. Well done.
The soup.
Look at those matzo balls. They're amazing. Alicia, I think we're all coming down to Alicia, can we see the couscous again?
Yeah.
It looks so good. Very nice. Very nice.
That's so good.
Abby just showed us our whole menu. It looks amazing. Like with all it paid off. It paid off.
Oh, I'm happy you guys managed. I know it was a lot, and we were also switching between vegan and non-vegan, but you guys managed. It's incredible. I have never cooked Shabbat this quickly.
Yeah, literally. You can make the whole Shabbat in an hour and a half. We're going to do this every week.
Are you guys going to put the...
An hour, I told him, yeah, right. And we cater for like 30 people each week. Not during lockdown, but the rest of the year. So I've learnt a lot, and I'm really grateful.
Maybe I cooked my chicken after 2.5 hours.
Are you guys going to put the hashtags on the on Facebook so we can just like see what they are? I'm not sure I caught them.
Yeah, sorry, do you have a question, Abby?
How do you know when the chicken and the soup is cooked? Like it looks.
So I would say the soup just keep on overnight. Sorry, not keep on overnight. Keep on for as long as possible on a low flame. It doesn't really, and if it boils down, just add more water.
Okay. Thank you.
Adina has literally demolished all the food, literally for Shabbat. Don't follow that example. Resist your temptation and keep it for Shabbat.
Are you going? Can you guys put the hashtags for competition like on the website?
The hashtag would be DIY Shabbat.
Okay.
And tag Surely Strom _H. Surely with a Y. SHAULYSTROM_H to join the competition.
And we're going to tag Chef Ruben as well. So.
Yeah, and tag Chef Ruben at Chef Ruben. CHEFREUVEN. Chef Ruben.
Is the hashtag by itself enough?
And we really hope to be coming over to your campuses at some point where we can enjoy some food together in real time. Oh, so good.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, Abby.
Thank you. We can't wait to see you.
Alicia, what are you tasting?
The chicken soup. How is it?
It's really good.
Has it already got a chicken flavour, the chicken soup?
Yeah, we'll put the chicken in.
Amazing.
Oh, wow. So good.
It's really nice.
It's so good.
And my housemate who's helping me is not Jewish, so he's like getting a bit of a taste for of our...
Shorty was saying that in Corona, when all the Jewish students have to stay home on Friday night and make Friday night there, then the non-Jewish students get to see a little bit like what goes on packing out somewhere else for Friday night. So it's really true. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'd love to see what happens after everyone has a taste of your delicious chicken soup.
What do you think, Alicia's housemate? What do you think? What do you think of the chicken soup?
What do you think?
What do you think?
It's good grill.
It's really,
It's
no, it's really good food.
It's gonna grab us.
But I cooked it, so what can I say?
You're employed.
We'll have to come. Yeah, you're employed. We'll have to come over next time we pop over. We'll try some of your chicken soup.
Yeah, we can.
Beautiful, incredible, well done.
Right, we're gonna leave the call now. Bye. Thank you so much.
We're also logging out, so it's great to see everyone. Joseph, thanks for joining. Yeah, which Joseph is that? Is that could be a number?
Bye,
no worries.
Bye, Joseph. Bye,
Cameron, how's it going in the kitchen? Is it going okay? Can we guys leave you and trust that you'll manage okay? Over and out.